That's working now. Okay. So let's see what questions there are. Now, I think I'll double check a couple of things here, and then I just have a couple of tiny little tweaks I have to do on an event that's running at the moment. It's got 1,200 people in it, and they break out into all these little small groups, and for 24 hours, they are able to access these other Zoom meetings as well. So it's quite a, for 24 hours a day for 5 days is what they can access. So it's pretty cool the way it all works. So that, I mean, the event runs for, 12, 14 hours a day. But then in those off hours, they need to be able to meet as well. And so that's how we have all these other Zoom meetings where little groups can meet as well, which is super cool. So, but it just every time the event happens, it needs a little tweak. And I was just finishing that off, but I was just double checking if there's any questions posted, and then Justin, you might be able to. Okay, there's no questions posted, which is cool. So see what we have here. Heather needs some help. Okay, she's coming back. Okay, no questions, Melanie. All right. Well, this is easy so far. While you're thinking about questions, I'll just finish the little jobs that I need to do here, and then we'll be into it. Where are you sitting, Muddy? Is this on the back of your truck again? Is that the setup?
Yeah, this is on the back of my truck at the park. I'm prepping for a workshop tomorrow. Just change the scenery.
Okay, it's breaking up a little bit, but it makes sense. You're in the middle of nowhere, right? It worked though. All right, let me focus. See what questions you can drum up, Justin, while I just fix this.
Barbara, any questions for you?
Not right now. I'm just kind of chilling and trying to get back in my groove. So I try to go to some meetings to get a good vibe. But I may not stay the whole time.
If something for Obvio pops up, let us know.
I will do that.
And I know Melanie's just hanging out and watching.
I know. I haven't seen you in a while, so I'll just say hi.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I'm like, my goal has been posting videos every day, and I missed yesterday. So I've just been working here with ChatGPT. It's like, what can I do quickly? But, they know a lot about me. So they gave me like 5 ideas. So I'm going to do some batch editing right now.
There you go. And since we're hanging out, Melanie, I have something for your videos for you.
Okay. Do I need to write it down, or will I remember?
You'll remember this. I saw somebody else that was doing videos. I was actually sitting next to him and he was doing videos for food. And what he would do is a slow move of the camera into the food and back out. And that was one of his main shots for the food. And it was just beautiful to watch it after he posted it, where you could really see the food. And kind of as it got closer, you're like, ooh, this looks beautiful. And then you just pan out a little bit. So
well, you know what? I have plenty of those shots. I just worked on a new look because the other thing is my goal has been to create every day in the studio with food. But I have a new shot that ChatGPT, my friend over here told me that they loved, where I'm putting my I have my overhead camera doing my quick motion stuff, and then I put my other phone that I'm on right now in the frame. So I have these pictures of like the phone and the food.
Yep.
And that's going to end up being a signature. But yeah, those in and outs, I have plenty of those. I just haven't really used them because I do that all the time. So thank you.
Yeah, throw some of those in.
I will. And I did see your note many weeks ago about not holding too long on the food. That was really intentional because I wanted people to watch the video again. But I heard you. Maybe I was a little too quick.
Just enough so I could see the beautiful food and be like, ooh, I want that.
Yeah. Oh, dear. Yeah, there's a lot going on, a lot to do, huh? But I'm feeling, this is an Obvio call. I'm feeling, as you can see what I've been doing. I'm feeling confident in Avio. I haven't really like elevated myself, but I'm comfortable in like setting it up, copying it over, doing it again. I've got all my active campaign and everything going that I was having those issues with when we were in Charleston that time. So it's going good. It's easy. It's fun.
Love it.
When you don't, you're up until 2, 3 in the morning, which is why the contacts aren't always in my eyes anymore. Okay. It looks like Barbara has a question, so I'll stop. But thank you, Justin.
Thank you.
Well, Muddy has his hand up, so he was before me.
Muddy, is this still the Zach token one? All right. We're going to wait on Muddy's until Grant's ready.
Okay. So I was part of an event and they used a dashboard, and I loved the dashboard because it's the program that I was coached through, got certified, blah, blah, blah. It was that program that was putting on this event. And so I really would like to use a lot of what they had in this event, and we've been given permission to do that. Is there a way, like if you looked at a dashboard, that you could tell me what did they make it in? Like, did they make it in Membership IO? Did they make it maybe in Obvio? I don't know. Is there Kajabi? Is there a way to tell how they made it or where they made it?
There are lots of ways to tell. If you want to drop the link in the chat, I can take a quick look.
I don't know if it's going to let you in because I was a VIP. Can I share my screen?
Sure. Give me 1 second. I'll turn that on.
Let me know when
you should be able to share.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Got it. Okay. So this is the dashboard that we had. Like she had all these replays that she ended up putting in here after the fact. So before, obviously, the replays weren't there, but she added them in after we did it. I don't know what you want me to show you so you can tell.
I mean, my first thought would be potentially WordPress without seeing code.
Do you want me to try and send you the link? I mean, is that what you would need to see?
Yeah, just put it in the chat and let's see if we can get, most likely I can get straight to it.
Well, I don't know if you can because, like I said, I was a VIP member in there. So I don't, oh, I got to stop sharing. Hold on a second. What am I doing here? How come I can't get, oh, there we go. Got it. Okay, I shared the link.
And I got it.
Okay, I'm back. And thank you for waiting. So we were just trying to work out, Barbara, where this dashboard's hosted. I think Justin's trying to dive into it now.
My guess would be potentially unbounce.com. You could replicate some of that inside of Avio, but not all of it. It just from kind of a look standpoint.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, a lot of it is just buttons and links and text. And so all things we can do inside of Avio, it just may look slightly different.
Okay. It just looked really branded. And I feel like when I go in to do mine with Obvio, I can't get it to look as branded as this looks. But again, it could just be me not knowing what I'm doing because I'm be super honest, I haven't worked on this since November. A lot going on since then, but I'm trying to get back into things and yeah, so I'll see if I can figure that part out, but or maybe I'll come back here once I've started it and then ask you guys, how do I make it look more branded like this one does?
Yeah, and from a branding standpoint, you can change the background color of sections. You can put your logo on there. You can
Mhm.
change the colors and the font sizes of all the different buttons, and so I think you can do all the very similar look and feel branding wise as that site actually has. It's just a matter of knowing which settings to actually change. And once you get to that spot, bring it back into a Q&A call and we can help you through any place you get stuck.
Yep, that's what I will do. Okay, great. Thank you.
You are welcome. Okay, Grant, since you are available, Muddy had a Zach token question. He was noticing that every so often his Zach token changes, and he wasn't sure what actually triggers that. Because he's got some long-standing events, and he went to go push the button to join with the Zach token, and the Zach token had changed, and he wasn't quite sure why. And I couldn't shed light on it, and I thought maybe you could.
Yeah, there's a. I'm not certain of what the expiry is on those, and because I've probably experienced the same thing as you, where it's been a long-standing one has been fine, and then, but even when it's seemingly a new one is generated, it they both work. So I know that there is an expiry somewhere, and there's a process by the way that we're retrieving the Zach as well. That there is something there. I probably don't have a sufficient answer for you, other than to not assume that previous ones will work. And so it is worth sort of copying those in, because yeah, they changed it a while back, where lots of the API authorization process changed as well, where there was tokens that we used to have single tokens you could just use for accessing the API, and that changed to expiring after an hour. And so so that was another thing that we had to update and keep that on top of that. But I can hunt around a little bit. It'd be interesting to know specifically whether multiple Zacks can be active at the same time, and I at least my experience has been that that's been the case. And so even the process by where we're asking for it when we get that in the admin page, whether that is always retrieving a new one, or whether it's retrieving the existing one. But I guess you've had a process where you've had it all stored and it had been fine, and then it wasn't fine. You go back and you'd have to go get the Zach again. Is that right?
Yeah, and it has not been my experience that an old Zach will work, or that more than one
Okay.
will work. No, I've had because OSC can join through a Zach, and I can program that in Companion. I've got a button essentially for each of the couple meetings. Push button, the OSC machine just joins, and every now and then go to push the button, nothing happens, and when I go
Nothing
in and
happens.
look, it's the fact that the Zach token I had in there didn't work. And I haven't noticed any, it seems like some tokens will last months, like 6 months, and then like sometimes it doesn't last that long. So it's mostly just a curiosity thing. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, I do wonder as to how regular the Zoom meeting is opened as well. I think there could be something in that, that it's yeah, that when it is regularly used, that it seems to maintain things. When it's not regularly used after a certain time, it lapses and expires, and then it needs to to reinitiate or sort
Yeah.
of regenerate the token. I think that could be something in that as
Okay.
well. I mean, some of these things was kind of chasing our tail to try to work out what it is. But are you using a companion variable for the Zach token?
Nope.
That'd be
Nope.
an advanced
got to
level
hard
move,
code it
wouldn't it,
in.
Justin?
Yeah.
Store the
Interesting.
Zach token as a variable in companion, and that way that's the only field you have to change, and then away it goes. It could be something to think about. Awesome. All right. Who was what else was happening? We had some other. Okay, so Justin was looking at Barbara's thing. Heather is back. Heather is not back. Heather is back. Hey, Heather. Oh, just got to unmute you there. There we go. There we go. Yeah.
Thanks. I'm curious for I'm doing a webinar. One, does it make sense to use Obvio and set it up? Because I think I'll use it for the 3-day event. Two, but I'm curious, I don't know how to set it up. So if we could set it up, and then I don't know what the investment is to do an event through Obvio.
Okay. Good questions. Tell me about the webinar you're doing.
I'm doing a webinar on January 30th. It'll be an hour long.
Okay.
The goal is right fit client, 200 attendees.
Okay. Okay. So, often in recent days, it seems funny that we on these calls particularly have been talking people out of using Obvio for some things, right? And then keeping it specifically for something. So there's a couple of reasons that you do use Obvio.
Mm-hmm.
The reason you use Obvio is that the integration in being able to send people links directly to a dashboard that then goes, and as you've done here to join this meeting, to join the meeting, you go through a dashboard because it might have some resources, some extra text in it, and for there to be a place for people to land on for before the event, during the event, and after the event. Now, because a webinar is very short in time, often we are finding that people are keeping it really simple, keeping to what and doing a Zoom meeting directly, and you manage that yourself in your own account, and you make it happen that way. Now, Obvio can absolutely be used for a webinar, and people are doing that. It's just that where it really shines is kind of like that 3-day event, like is where having a place where there are a bunch of work resources and there's things that you need people to do, or there's some forms to fill out, or whatever it is. There's all these extra things where you've got this dashboard that has sort of the home for the event. So only based on your event and your audience as to what's going to work.
Yeah. So
let me answer.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go. I was just going to say, let me also say, just to answer the second part of the question, and that is that about costing. You can have up to 500 people in your event for included in your Obvio subscription. And you're in Leap, are you, Heather?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Obvio subscriptions included in Leap. And so it's only once you get past 500 active attendees in an Obvio event that you start paying add-ons for the more people, right? So you end up paying sort of $100 for 250 people, and you buy it in blocks.
Yeah.
And that's per event. And the event can be as long as you want it to be. It could be a weekly event. It could be a 3-day event. It could be a 1-hour event. And so really, and you can have unlimited events. And so you're likely, unless you're going to hit over 500 people that come to the dashboard, you're likely not going to need to pay anything to make that work. So that is a consideration as well, given that you've already got that
Yeah, that's good
at
to
your
know.
disposal.
Okay, so that's good to know. The reason why I even need a link, because my webinar is not till the 30th. I'm not doing my 3-day event until the spring. I haven't set the date for that. Um the person that's sending out to my contacts and warming them up, I don't know what for, but he says he needs the link that we're going to use for the webinar. So for Zoom, would you recommend, because I used to have a paid account, but then I canceled it. For Zoom to host this, let's say there's going to be 200 people, would you recommend I get like a subscription with Zoom? I mean, I can do a deep dive on chat and ask. I know it's obviously I'm going to use Obvio for my big events. I know that's not who you work with, but since I have you, Grant.
Okay, well, we go down the decision tree on this, right? So finance is one thing. I mean, it's not expensive to set up a paid account with Zoom.
Yeah,
So
like
I wouldn't
170 a year or
wouldn't
something.
yeah, not yeah, very little. I mean, you're talking
Yeah,
like $20 a month or something,
oh,
right?
yeah, when I
Because
did
for
it.
that sort of thing, it's
Yeah.
not big. So let's put that to a side.
Okay.
So the next thing, probably the key thing to think about, I think, is the uplift in you having it run in Obvio, and you and your team or whoever is making it happen being familiar with that and being ready to be able to make that happen in a couple of weeks. So it's a matter of having it set up, which is it's not a big deal, but you knowing what you would want on a dashboard. Um,
For
uh,
for my event, my 3-day. Yeah. Okay.
for your webinar.
Oh,
I
for Zoom.
mean,
Okay. Yeah, I have someone that's
so
gonna room captain it that will be like
okay,
the moderator, I guess you call it maybe.
great.
So she's gonna do that. She does it for big 200. She does it for 500 people. So she knows what she's doing. She's one of my coaches on my team. So that should be good. She knows more about Zoom than I do. I just know I use it all the time with my coaches use it obviously through Obvio here. So I'll use Zoom then for the webinar. I still need to set up Obvio though.
Well, there's another way that could work for a webinar, and which just sort of eases you into Obvio, and that is by bypassing the dashboard altogether, and essentially using what we call as a direct access link to the Zoom meeting, the Obvio Zoom meeting, and that's the link that you give out.
Okay.
So the question is, and this is another thing as part of the workflow or the flow that happens for people when they join your event. So chances are, if you were going to do a Zoom meeting, you were just gonna, maybe you turn on registration, maybe you wouldn't, Zoom registration, and essentially you just have people join, and they would come in, to a direct link to Zoom, and they join, and that's it. You can do a similar thing with Obvio, but we do have it. It asks for their first name, last name, and email before they join Zoom.
So I don't see
The nice thing,
the iPhone thing or whatever. So I actually can know who's on
correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That might
exactly.
be worth
And they're
it
actually, yeah.
because
So
they're cold alike. I have a new list of 20,000 contacts that I'm warming up. So they're cold leads. So I think that would help
great,
in the marketing and sales process for sure to know who
sure,
attended as easily as possible. I mean, I can use
absolutely.
I'm sure I can go through and use basically scrape it and find out who, but I think if that'd probably be the easiest way versus having to use Manus or something to scrape phone numbers or iPhone and link it. So I like
Right,
that.
all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
go ahead.
I can show you. I can show you the basics of how to make that work. And I think it's probably a good way to go, because you're still kind of using it's kind of a middle ground of, like, you're not having to have your own Zoom account. you're giving people a more customized link. It's not a direct Zoom link, and so it won't look just like another business meeting, but it is something unique.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at Obvio at the moment. This is
Well,
the back end.
Well,
Sorry,
I can't record this right now, dang it. It's my computer's full. Because I
it's all good.
recorded Aries
So
Fire
I'm
Code
already I'm
yesterday.
recording it for you.
Oh, you
I'm
are. So
recording
we'll
it
get
for you.
recording.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Grant.
Yep. We can send you we live stream this to YouTube just for the reason for make it really easy to access
I love it.
the
That's
recording afterwards.
That's
So
great. Is
the
that something you
recording's
want?
available now.
Is that something you'd want to do if I'm going to give the webinar away or no? The recording?
Possibly. But yeah, I guess it's another philosophy you need to think about, whether you want people just to be able to watch without it being live, or without you being able to contact them and while they're there live and all that sort of stuff. It's a question as to whether you're just making that available freely afterwards, or whether you have to be there live, and that that's a consideration. But through Obvio, you can live stream to YouTube or to Facebook and all those ways.
Okay.
So it is an option for you if you wanted to do that. So I'm looking at this event that we're in right now, the Obvio Q&A updates, and then I went to Zoom areas, and if I went down to one of the Zoom areas that I've got here, it's is just called Test 2. If what we can do here is when I click on the room number, so this is an area. In the area of Zoom, it has a bunch of it can have multiple Zoom meetings. When you set up a Zoom area, it'll automatically create one Zoom meeting, and that's what that is here. It's not super clear. It's just got a tiny little one there, but that's what that is. When I click on that one, this takes me into the Zoom meeting, or the room, as we call it, the Zoom room. Now, what we want to do is what we were talking about here is enable direct room access. Enable direct room access. And this is now the link that you could give out to people. So this would be the link that you can give to your team that was asking for it. And as an example, so if you have a look at what this looks like, I'm just going to the link now. And so this page is customizable, right? Which is nice because you can match it to your brand and everything. And then they just have to put in their first name, last name, email, hit join room. And if it's open at the time, then they will join Zoom straight away. If it's not, it's going to come here and say the room is offline.
Okay, so yeah, I need the link like right now. I have a whole team waiting for it. So I need to do that. I don't think I can wait for that recording. The recording for YouTube.
Sure, that's fine. That's okay.
Audio, so I log into my Audio.
Have you got an event already set up?
Yeah, it's for January 30th. But for some reason, the guy that's sending out, he's like, can't send out the emails without the link, but I think it's because he needs it for the funnel. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I would want to define that really clearly, because it's likely that you don't want to send this link out until the day before to the people that have already signed up. So I'd be questioning that, because I think what you want is to be just registering people for it.
Exactly.
And so it's a basic sign up form, and then they will be tagged, in your CRM as having signed up for it.
Yeah.
And now a day before and an hour before and 5 minutes before, you send them an email to say, come and join, and here's the link.
Yeah.
So it's not to say that this link's not available. And if you wanted to, we spend a couple of minutes and we can get the link for you for your event. But I don't think it's the link that you want to send out 2 weeks
Right
before
now,
to
yeah.
people.
That's what I keep telling him, but he doesn't understand. He doesn't know Obvio.
Yeah. And I get it. And maybe he's thinking that it's a registration link and that they need to sign up to that registration link, versus I think it makes more sense that they're actually signing up in the system that you've already got in the CRM, and they're registering for it there first. And then when it comes to here's the actual, here's the address to the ballroom, like here's where you need to show up. You know what I mean? It's like here's the online event. So I mean, to me, it doesn't hurt for you to have the link anyway, and then you can work out whether you use it or not.
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
Have you set up an event at all in Obvio yet? Even
No,
nothing?
I'm popping my cherry right now with you. I don't even know if I've created an account.
It's the first time that's been said on an Obvio call.
Well, let's make it fun, right?
All right. So, all right. Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt for us to step through it. Are you on a laptop or something there?
Yeah.
Are you on a? Yes. Okay. So, let's step through then, and we could have you screen share if you like, to go through me. You're going to go to app.obv.io, which is how you log into Obvio as a user.
Oh, I guess I do have an account. Oh, that's
Yep, you should have.
Nope, I don't have an account.
Do you want to?
I'll make one.
Well, you will have. Let me check on that for you. Hello, Elizabeth. We've got royalty in the house. How are you?
I got a little curious of what happens over here on these audio calls, so I thought I would
no
today.
no, the secret's going to be out now.
Yeah,
We're in trouble.
that's
I
right.
know.
You're always in trouble, Justin.
And for the fun part, we're popping cherries right now.
Well, let me just
Exactly.
pop cherries with everybody else today.
Let's just keep referencing that, shall we? That'd be great. All right. All right, Heather. Let me see if you already have. Yes. So, yeah, okay. Results revolution.
Heather,
right?
Dash Revolution, yeah.
Yes. Okay, yeah. So Heather at Results Dash Revolution is the account
password yet.
that you already have, and you could reset the password would be the way to go there. So see that option. So if you, when it says reset, where it says reset password, you could then put in that email address, which is registered as a.
Oh, so go to. Okay, you already reset the password for me.
No, yeah. So if you go, I can actually send you the link directly. There's a little forgot password.
Password, I can do that.
Yep. And then put in that exact email as you know. And then that's going to send you a link and get you set up. While you're playing with that, I'll just double check what other people might have as questions and things at the moment, and we'll work through this, Heather, with you. Barbara, what was up for you?
This is kind of adding on to what Heather was asking about, and it just made something pop in my head that with Obvio, could we actually use it for, which I think I know the answer, as like a membership. So let's say I have people that are in my membership and we have monthly or more meetings. I have activities that I'm assigning them to do on a weekly basis, or I have new resources that I'm giving out. Is that a way to use Obvio, or should I use my CRM?
So, can you use a wrench as a hammer? You absolutely can. Is it the best tool for the job? Possibly not, right?
Okay.
So the point is that it's often a term that Blue started using, which I really like, is Obvio is like a temporary membership site. It's a temporary thing. Temporary in the sense that it could be temporary for 3 days.
Right.
It could be temporary for a month. It could be like okay, you came along to the 3-day event. You've now continued to have access to this kind of hub that's kind of based around this event. But if you want something that's going to serve a community for a year or something, then membership.io or other services like that will likely serve you better.
Okay.
And in saying that, like one of the things that Leap uses is a dashboard that has links off to lots of things, because where I do see that it can work is when you have regular meetings for that membership and you want to continue using Obvio for that. Well, that's like what we're doing right now. We do a weekly meeting. Here's the Obvio users that come to this Obvio dashboard. There's some links on that dashboard. The key link that people are always using is to join this Zoom meeting. And so if that was the basis of the membership, and then you just wanted a couple of other links, then Obvio would be a great solution for that. But if you had a big library of videos and resources and things, well, then there are other services that will handle that better for you.
Okay.
Is that helpful?
Yep. That's kind of what I thought the answer was, because I do remember Blue saying that previously, is that it's kind of like a temporary place, and then all the regular stuff, all the real stuff for the whole year or whatever, however long it is going to be held in another spot. So, but you're saying, could I link from this dashboard to, actually, I already know the answer to that. I'm let it go. I got it.
To another membership,
a membership
site or something, you totally can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's it. Thank you.
Great. Yeah. And that's a way of handing people from one thing to the next and making that super easy. Is it's like, just click the link there. That's going to take you to the membership site. And now you continue from there.
Yep. Perfect. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Muddy, you want to jump in?
Back in the truck now, so that's hopefully, and I'm closer to the cell tower, so hopefully my signal's a little better. I have found that a really simple Obvio dashboard can be useful in a webinar setting specifically because typically you're doing your webinar with a little call to action at the end, right? Buy a ticket for the event. And so there's the value of being able to have a dashboard that you can turn that button on. And so during the webinar, at the end of the webinar, hey, great, if you've liked this, you're going to love the event, go to your dashboard, click the button. And so the dashboard itself doesn't have to be complicated. It could be super simple for a webinar, but I found that that's useful. The other reason I find that it can be useful is because you can post the replay right there on the dashboard. And so the thing that's nice about this is it's one place you're sending them before the event, during the event, and then after the event. You can send them back to the very same place. And it's not like, here's one link for the meeting, here's a different link to watch the replay. And so it's one of the things I think Obvio does really nicely.
I completely agree, and I think the only time is just when you're ready to dive into Obvio, and so that's sometimes where people can fall over, is just the learning curve of using Obvio for that first webinar. Sometimes it might be just best to stick to what you know, do the Zoom thing directly, and just keep it really simple. We're kind of splitting the difference here by saying, what about using a direct access link in Obvio? And and I think that that can kind of work. But I completely agree. No matter how long your event is or short, you still want a home for it. And if they're clicking that link and they didn't realize that it's already passed, at least you've now got a place that is not just waiting for host to start meeting, but actually it says, hey, you've missed the event, but here's the details of the next one, or here's a replay, or whatever it is. So yeah, I completely agree. So getting back to the cherry, Heather.
Yeah, I'm back.
You're in. Did you? So you set a password and now you're in.
Yep, it says
Okay.
Heather organization. Ask for my credit card. I did that. So I do
Great.
that. Do I click new event?
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to share your screen?
I mean, I don't know how to do that, but I have like
Sure.
I'm just gonna share the whole
In
not judge me for how many things I have
tabs
open.
you've got open. Yeah, sure. Yeah, it's all right. We're all guilty of that.
I don't know. I think I'm winning.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, fascinating.
That's great. Yep.
So this,
So
right?
yep. No tab shaming. Yeah. Nice. Did that click? There we
I'm
go.
excited though because I'm like I need to get organized and I need an easy way. And I just learned about Loomis. I don't know, whatever that thing is that you can go in and program all this stuff so it's organized. Okay.
Right.
The new AI, the AI that my coach just told me to use. So,
Okay. Yeah, there's a million services out there. It's a problem. It's like going to Home Depot and just walking around looking at all the tools you can buy. It's the same deal, right? So so just an event name. So we could just do this for this probably won't really show anywhere necessarily in the way that we're doing this, but if you want to do the event name, and then the next thing will be the unique URL. And so then that can be a shorter version of whatever it is that you want to call this.
I don't even know what my event name is off the top of my head, and my phone's dead. I would love to take you guys to my email, but I don't think we're there that yet. We're not going, the levels of intimacy we haven't quite got to that point. So
that's right. Yeah, let's
it's
just keep.
I don't want you to
keep on the.
So I want to move.
All right.
So yeah.
So do you want to stop sharing your screen and kind of work this out? Is that what you're thinking?
Let me get all this information so I'm not bogging anyone else down or overwhelming anyone.
Let me just give you a couple of tips while you're right here, and that is, we want an event name, we want a URL. So sometimes like it's an acronym, or it can be kind of long, but whatever. It's going to be what the actual address is that people will see in the link, and so it'll have .obv.io at the end. And so if it said heathersmith.obv.io, then that's an example that when people see that link in their email, it identifies as you. So whatever makes the most sense for this event and for the brand and all of that, that you would have that as the unique URL for this event. And then the event time zone just makes sense, whatever. Yeah, so no WW. Take that out. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And so it can be at the Smith. I don't know what you want it to be, but it could be that, right? And so then the event time zone is just anything that references time in the Obvio admin will be referencing that time zone. And so often it'll be just where you're at, and so that it keeps it simple. It has no impact on people coming in from other time zones.
I'm in Arizona, so we don't change times.
Okay, yeah.
So let's see. Pass Arizona.
Search for Phoenix.
You could just type in Phoenix. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. Great. Now, start and end time is just for when you're going to be using Zoom.
Okay.
And it can that window can be as wide as you want. It doesn't need to be a tight window. And so
Mm.
so that can, yeah, it can be. And think about your testing as well. You might want to do a test before, and so you might make that a couple of days before your event.
Oh, make it go all the way out that far.
Yeah, like do it do it a couple of days before, or
And then for this, leave this. I could do this
yeah,
in
yeah, and then you could push that out a bit further as well. Push that out a week or something, and then you could. Yep, perfect.
because
You
if I
can.
do how Buddy was saying, if I want to do a link or do a landing page like that for people that missed it and now they're like, wait, what I miss? I know I've done that for webinars that I've missed, even paid for, and I'm like, because I know I paid for that AI one Tony and Dean just did. So
Yeah,
never.
yeah. So there's a couple of different things we're talking about here, and so like because you've got a CRM in place, you may have sales pages and things like that that are connected there. Um, the point with what Muddy was talking about is by using the dashboard, that becomes the first page that people come to when they're joining the event. And then, as you said, if they click that link an hour or 2 or 3 days later, it could still go to that dashboard and it can have updated information versus it just being a link directly to Zoom. So the thing that the kind of path that we're going down at the moment is not necessarily setting up a full dashboard, although we could, but showing the ability to be able to have a direct Zoom link within Obvio, and just showing what the basics are of that. And so, what this would mean is you'll end up with a link that does just take them to a simple form, first name, last name, email, and join room. There, yeah, and so there is the ability on that page to add some extra text and things, and you could have once the event was finished, you could add some, hey, you've missed the event, and go to this link to sign up for the next one or whatever. You could do that.
Will it track it? Will Avio track it if someone goes and clicks on the link? Is Avio tracking all that?
Not necessarily. The tracking that we have is we know the first time that someone goes to the dashboard, and we know when they're in Zoom. Like once they've joined Zoom, we know how many times and how long they joined for and all of that. Like we're tracking the Zoom activity, but joining a direct link like that, it is not tracking.
Okay.
So you've got the start and end. You put expected number of attendees is just an approximate. It just tells our system what to expect. And then that's all you need to put in. So you just need an event name is all you'd need to put in at the top. Did you put something in there?
What?
Right at the top, the title or the event name.
My phone to start up again.
I mean, you could just put Heather Smith at this point. It doesn't matter.
Does it matter?
Mm-mm.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
No.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It's more
Right?
it's more for your use case.
Oh, that's easy. Okay. Thanks for making this easy. See, I just overthink this because I just love technology and technology loves me.
All right, so hit create. So that's just spinning it up, making the event actually work. And then for this case, when potentially not actually creating a dashboard, you wouldn't have to select a template, but let's just do it anyway. Just go down. There's just the classic template. Just go down the page a little bit. It's probably just the easiest in that middle bottom there. Just hit that one. Let's keep it simple. All right. And so now we've got that all selected. we can go to Zoom areas now, and we can just get a link working. So on the left-hand side, sorry, second to the bottom in the left-hand side menu. Yep, that's it.
Okay.
Cool. And then you hit new area on the right. See that? Yep. And then we can just give this a name, area name, whether you want to call this webinar or whatever you want to call it is fine.
Public
Makes sense.
or where will my right fit client see it or no?
No.
Yes.
What's that?
It shows if you look in
Where?
the meeting info when you launch Zoom.
Oh yeah, okay, sure. That's true. Yep.
I don't Heather Smith.
Yeah, you can do like main
Sure.
stage. A lot of times
Yeah.
what we end up doing.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
It was very professional. I like it. Okay.
Cool. All the
Mhm.
default settings that we've got there, security settings, all of that stuff, you can just leave because it'll be fun. We don't have to bore you with all of that. So
Okay.
create area. And this will go ahead and create a Zoom area as well as a Zoom room within that area. And so we're going to see that. And so that's what it's done. Now that number 1, you can see where it's near your mouse. Number 1. Can you see that? Just above your mouse.
Okay, yeah.
Yep, that one. So if you click on the one.
Oh, thank you so much for walking me through this, Grant. Like this
No
feels
problems at
good
all.
professional here and
That's
get
what
this
these
stuff.
calls are for.
Heather, thank you for asking this because I am learning a ton right now that I probably saw before, but completely forgot. So thank you. You're not wasting anybody's time. This is awesome.
But thank you for
That's
sharing.
great.
I was feeling like this is novice. And I'm like, no, Heather, you're being professional now. Like you need to do this. You got to learn somewhere. So
Being professional. All right. So now you can toggle that button that says enable direct room access. See that there? Yep. Awesome. And so now that is the link that you can use
Mhm.
that will go to Zoom. It will give people access to this Zoom meeting without having a dashboard or any other processes. Okay. So you can use that. What we want to do though, you're probably just going to want to customize this a little bit because if you want to open a new tab, I know that you're familiar with how to open new tabs. um,
Forever.
and
Find you.
if you can find room for a new tab,
I'll just use
and paste that. I think you copied that. So then you paste that, you can see what it looks like.
Of course. Here we go.
37 tabs.
Go through and delete tabs.
That's awesome.
This is how my system right now that is not workable, how I save things that I need to go back to. So, okay.
All right. So you give this a second, and this is going to be very default. It's going to show an Obvio logo and all sorts. And so that's where we want to customize this somewhat. All right. Yeah. That looks a bit ordinary right now. So if we go back to the Obvio admin, it's one of those. There we go. Cool. All right. What we can do is there's a couple of little things, and what I'm going to work a little bit backwards. What I want to show you is just next to where you hit that copy button, there's the cog, like a little settings button, little icon. If you click on that,
setting?
just down. Yeah, that's it. Yep, that's it. Click on that. So this is where you can put some text in that box in the middle there. You can put some text, about the webinar. It can be, so if you just put something in there for now, welcome to my webinar or whatever, that'll show that you've just got some text in there. and you'll be able to see where that shows up.
How much does it put, how much do we put in there? I might as well just do it right now.
You've got something? Yep.
Give me a second. Let me pull it up. There's my webinar copy. I am setting up my Obvio landing main page, and I want a description on the landing page of very short and simple, welcoming from myself personally in first person to this webinar. Please give me text for that.
It's awesome.
You're gonna see my chat thread. We're really
look out. we're gonna have some insight into your ChatGPT threads.
I know it is. I think you could say I was asking about that before. Nope. How is this? And it has all my landing page information.
It's gonna be that last.
Let's do a better prompt here, guys. Hi, I'm Heather. This isn't it's a real conversation about what actually. I'm glad you're here and excited to walk you this through. I'm Heather. I think that's good.
That's pretty good.
What do you guys think? I'm open to votes. Hi, I'm Heather. Thanks for being in a session of design clarity, not noise. See you practice homework. Give me so many options.
Well, the key thing is here that let's put something that as a placeholder for now. And you can always come back to this at any point.
We're just going to keep it. I'm going to do one last.
Okay.
There we go. And then I'm going to pick that one. Don't you worry. I don't need to go down as many on every. I'm not going to loop. I'm not going to go down that loop with y'all. Why do you give me so many options?
Right. So if there are other questions from anyone else, you're welcome to post those, and we can likely manage them at the same time as we're doing this, working through some of this stuff. Hopefully it's helpful for some, but yes. Yes. That's going to add formatting that you don't want.
Get the M dash out of, and
it's also got it's got an indent border thing going on there too, which is going to show up.
I just
Probably not going to want that.
Thank you. Thank you.
See if it gets rid of it. Hey, Nancy. Yeah, so you're gonna click on, when you're in Zoom areas, you need to go into the Zoom room, and you do that by clicking on the number 1. Often there's 1 if there's only one Zoom room within that area. So there's a 1 down the bottom. It's not intuitive, Justin. We really do need to change that. Particularly with most people dealing with just one, like as one Zoom room. And it feels like a secret, like if you click on the 1, you'll be able to go through the passageway and access the, it's like.
I missed that. You said it, you did it so fast, and I thought, what was that again? And then I couldn't see any words on there. So I just clicked on the 1 and got it. Thank you.
Great. Good work. No worries.
Okay, got it. Does it stay the same prompt as well the whole time?
Same link?
Link, I mean.
Yes, the link
Okay.
the link is maintained the whole time. Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how many rooms you have, it's the same link for all the rooms? Or
It's a link
it's okay.
specifically for that room. For
All
that
right,
room.
okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
I don't know.
That helped you too, Christy. Great. Yep, good. All right. You gotta go back to the settings cog, like, yep. It may not have saved. So see. Okay. Yeah, it didn't save. You could probably paste as plain text. It might actually.
Leaving it for now. I'll go back and fix it later.
All right. Yeah. So yeah. Hang on. No. This is the label. So
Okay.
no. It's yeah. So you want to put first name. It's
go ahead.
Actually put the text first name. It's asking for what you want the label for first name to be. This is actually there mostly because of language support, like different languages. So if you just want first name, then first name.
Okay.
That's going to be the field name for first name. Yeah, exactly
Okay.
that. And then last name and email.
What if I want to know if it's a doctor or not? Is there an option to do that?
There's not a way to have an extra field, but if you wanted to put it in the first name field name, you could say title and first name if you wanted to have that.
I like that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. That is cool. And then yeah, email. And then the join button text is often like it could be join room, it could be join Zoom meeting, it could be join webinar. You know, whatever it is that you would like that to be, you need to add.
What about that?
Oh, careful. Yeah, okay. All right. So join button text is the last one you need to do. So what you want that button to say at the bottom of the form for them to join the Zoom meeting.
What do you recommend?
It could be, well, could be join webinar. It could be
You
join
called
webinar.
it main stage before. Maybe you could do join
right.
main
It can be
stage.
that too. You want to make sure that it's really obvious to people what that means. So main stage is cool, just as long as that makes sense to your audience. For this being a webinar, I would lean more to that, or join Zoom meeting. Yeah, click to join Zoom. Exactly. Like that's what Justin just said. Yeah. We just want to be super clear. You can collect the phone number if you want to. Yes, I do. So, and then your phone number, or cell number, or whatever you want to write. And then you decide whether you want that to be required for them to join or not. Do they have to put in a phone number or not?
We'll see. We'll just put that in and see.
Yeah. Okay. So then save on that.
Where's the save?
Right down the bottom. Big green button. Can you not see that?
Your Zoom might be sitting on top of it.
Yeah, right. There you go. Is that working? Click save.
Woohoo!
Okay.
There we go.
All right. So now what we need to do is just fix the design of that page. And so if you go to over on the left-hand side, design,
Yep.
and then you could go to login. as an example. Go ahead, Muddy.
Quick thought, and
Tips.
I want to put it in the little pro tip is that when you're changing, if you change any of those fields, first name, last name, so you put title and first name, if you change any of them, you have to type in all of them, right? So if you change first name to, at least this was the case, if you change first name to title and first name, but don't actually fill in any of the other things, they end up being blank. So
Yeah, that's
pro
right.
tip, if you change one, be sure, even if you just kind of retype last name, phone, email, just be sure you add those labels back in.
That's good to know. Thank you.
Yeah. And Justin, we should just have default text in there, like first name, last name, email, so that it just is already pre-populated. For 99% of the time, you're going to call that, and then you make the changes,
It does default to that. I don't know, maybe it's not listed on that page, but if you don't modify it at all, it does default to that.
No, my point is defaulting for when you want to make a change. As soon as you put a description in, then you have to put in all those fields, have them pre-populated with the default. All right. So on this page, Heather, this is where we can put we can replace that logo or even just turn it off. We've got some options there. So if you just go to the top, and see that gear at the top, click on that. This is going to give us a couple of options. So we have the ability to put in a background, and or just colors. And so this is where you can sort of match your branding of other pages that you've done. And if you hit styling, you can see what is there too. So at the moment, this page has a background image on it and a logo, and it's also got a white background. And the opacity of the background is set. It's like we can see it. So so you might want to turn off the background. Like, do you have logos and things that you would use for this, or background images, or is it just more simple than that?
I don't have them, so
Mm-hmm.
I don't have those assets. So I'll
Okay.
have some
What?
in here now that I know how, or I'll walk
Yeah,
them through
we'll let.
when we do this kind of stuff. So this is good for me to know. I always think that I know. I'm so grateful, and for me to find that. Well, you see my tabs; they have it for me.
So if we just turn off, so if you go back to the settings, if we just leave this page to where it could work, if you didn't actually ever come back to it, it would be okay. So if you turn off that background there you go, and hit save on that. Cool. So, and then the logo there, you see where there's a gear now that's showing because you're hovering over the logo. So do that again. Oh, sorry. I was looking at my mouse. A rookie mistake. That's where your mouse is. Oh no, that's my mouse. Go up a little bit more. Back to the logo, to the top of the logo. You'll see. Yep. So just scroll up the page a little bit.
Where do you want me to, are you wanting me to click on something or?
Sorry, yeah. So just bring your mouse back over where it says Obvio.
Mm-hmm.
And then scroll back up, like scroll the page. There we go. And now see that gear, no, the one in the middle. Yep. Click that. There we go. And so now you can just turn that one off as well. There you go. Yep. And so now, I mean, this is all very basic. All the colors of where it says email and password and login, all of that is able to be changed. How rounded it is, you can change. All of that you can. So if you hover over where it's email, where it says email, Yep. And now see the gear there. Yeah, click that. You'll see the options that we have. And go to styling. See that all of that, border radius, label color, and border, and all of this. You've got lots of options of like customizing that. Yeah, changing that radius, or you can make it more square. So you've got lots of options there. But at least at the moment, that's
this is like a design
a little
thing.
Yeah. Now, if you can go back to the tab that we opened where we showed the login to join Zoom, can you see? So, yeah, you had a tab. I think it might be your last one or something. It could be that one. Yeah, there we go. And just refresh that page. There you go. So you're getting the idea, right, of what's possible now. See how it says title and first name, last name, email, cell number, click to join Zoom. That's all the settings that you set. It doesn't look very pretty at the moment, but you can see the functionality of how to do it all, right? So the reason it's sort of in two different places that we did the design changes is that one is sort of a theme for the whole event, which is where we were just then. And so when you change the login design, it also changes it for this direct access link. And then the difference is that you change the description, and that's what that "Hi, I'm Heather" text is. That was on the cog for the direct access link. And so you can see you can change a background, you can put a logo in there, you can put some nice text, you can change the fields and the way that all displays. So we can, yeah. I mean, happy to help you more with that if we had something else to copy, and I could even do it for you if there was something that we're matching. It just depends if you already have that. So.
I mean, I have my sales page that
Okay.
I don't know if that's helpful.
Yeah.
Do you want me to?
Yeah. How about you drop the sales page into the chat?
I think that's a great idea because
and I'm going to I'll have a little play for you.
See.
Purposely got you to drive, so that you knew where we went. But I can be like a race car driver now and do some stuff for
Love
you.
it. Please. I'm really. My dad just got to my house. Okay, so I'm getting that for you. And it's in a text. I can't wait for you to take over here. Hey. Hey, let me just mute it really quick.
Okay.
And just get.
We can stop this. I'll stop the screen share now. You just come back to me when you can. All right. Everyone else, thanks for playing along at home. Do we have some questions either about that or something else to do with Obvio?
So Grant, I do think we should cover a little bit of the security around the direct access link, since I saw so many comments saying how great it was to know where that stuff's at. But what we didn't talk about a bunch is anyone with that link can now get in your event, whether they've registered or not. So you do have to be careful of free events. You probably don't care. You probably want more the merrier at your event to get in there to see it because you're going to make some kind of a call to action. At your paid event, though, chances are you don't want them to just anybody in the world to be able to come in. And with that direct access, it skips the whole registration process. It just lets them in Zoom if you have Zoom up and running. So use it where it's appropriate, but just be aware It will let them straight into Zoom. It'll skip right over the dashboard. It's great for speakers, great for free events where you're like, just let all the people in. I don't need to create a dashboard. But for paid events, it's meant more for team members and external speakers.
Yep. Good distinction. Yeah, and really we were bridging the gap between I don't have a Zoom account. Do I go out and get one? Well, you've already got Obvio. Use it for that, for this type of thing. When it comes to doing the event, use all the features and have the dashboard set up and do it all properly. So yeah, but you're totally right. It isn't as secure when you're not sending people individual links and you're sending the same link to everyone. Then it isn't as secure.
One other quick note, there was a question earlier about tracking, and one neat thing that happens if someone does use that room registration link, puts in first name, last name, email, and enters the room, it does actually create an attendee in the Obvio event, and it adds a tag called room registration. So there is a way to go back and kind of see who came in through that link. It's not quite the same level of tracking, but at least it does give you some indication of who filled out that form and came in.
Yeah, that's good. Nancy, so the magic part of link, as in magic link, what magic is referring to is that it's automatically logging you in as you, right? So you're not asking them to put in a username and password and all that sort of stuff. You're using a magic link, which is logging them in, and which the magic link means that it's tokenized, as in it has a unique token link, token part of the URL that you're sending, which means when you're sending magic links to everyone, they're unique for every one of them, every one of the people. The direct link that we're talking about here is the same link that you send to everyone, which is why we're asking, when it gets to it, we're asking for their first name, last name, and email to be able to get them logged in, right? And so direct link is standard for everyone. Magic link is unique to each person and logs them in. We already know who they are, right? We know who they are because we sent them an email. And so we know that this person is Nancy. When Nancy clicks this button, it's going to go to the dashboard as Nancy. When you click the button and join Zoom, it logs you in, and the name of the person is Nancy because we know all the way through we've used the same contact information that we're using. Does that make sense? Sort of, maybe. I think you broke up a little bit for me, even your image. Then I don't know if you were nodding or not, Nancy, but it's very delayed. Hopefully that worked. All right. So whether Heather gets back to us. Oh, there we go. Well done. Well done. All right. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Let's see there. All right. Yeah, we can copy some of that. You guys want to see my puppy again? Remember, she was much smaller than this before, but she is getting big. 6 months old or something. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Really? It's a bit much. All right. Anyway, this is Coco, everyone. Everyone say goodbye, Coco. You're right. Love cocoa. Very good. All right. That was a bit much. Okay, I'm going to share something here. I'm going to do a little bit of this. I was just looking. Do you have that, Heather? Do you have that logo, the Heather Smith logo? Do you have that separately as its own little file, or not at this stage?
We're just making everything right now. I can get it, but
No worries.
I don't. That's not even.
It's all right.
That's not even my logo. I mean,
No.
so branding Heather Smith,
That's okay.
but my company's is a Results Revolution. So
I see.
I don't have that. I'm
It's all
not
good.
against. Anyways,
Let's just make this.
here we go, Dev.
Did you, Justin?
What's that?
Did you play around with this? Yeah, I thought he did. I was just like, I saw that your the button was changed, the color was changed, and I'm like, I think Justin just did something. Do you want to share screen and show this, Justin, since you've already started?
Oh yeah, I'm done with what I was doing.
That's the extent, is it? I'll show you what he's just done. Here. So
Oh, nice.
Justin, he got the colors, which is cool. He's done half the job.
Thank
All
you.
right. So one of the things we do here, see how we can match the radius of these is somewhat something like that, a bit less maybe, something like that. And then we can even do we can make the background color to be more black, because it seems to be. Let's have a look at what that looks like. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I was in the wrong spot. Whoops. Look at me race car driving. So much faster. All right.
Is this where I say maybe I shouldn't have let you take over?
That's right. Yeah, exactly. I feel like it's because my nose has been interfered with that I'm still recovering. All right. So we can sort of match, like, you know, the white field, you know, we could change, but generally it's better to keep that really clear for people that it is a form. And so actually want, that's fine. Let's do this. All right. Let's get that down. It's a bit less. Here we go. Cool. That's going to change based on the text that's there.
So curious, do you guys have background access to my Obvio? That's why you could access this, or
only
is it...
only as a as an admin, I was just able to access the the design of it. Yeah.
Access to my team, or no? This is like different.
To your team?
Yeah, like if I want them to do updates on.
Yeah. So
online.
the way that you would do that is in here. You would go and add people. And so at the moment, there's just you. And so then you would invite people. I can help you right now and just we create a role that allows people to do all these different aspects, right? You can create all different sorts of roles that different team members have access to certain things. And so often you may not want them to be able to update the team and may not be able to purchase add-ons, just so you know.
Yeah.
We could just keep it like that. And then when we're here, you can say admin and send an email to the team members, and then they'll be created as an admin. They can log in and they'll see your events in the same way.
Great. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay. So that's working like that. Let's just have a little look at this in here. Yeah. Just going to look at this. While that's loading. Let's do this. Okay. That just cleared that formatting.
Thank you.
We need to make that white. Oh, yeah. What's wrong with that? So we've got that, and we've also got the all right, we'll fix a couple things here. Let me fix this one first.
I've heard of dark mode, but that's like midnight mode, right?
This is very dark. Exactly. Yeah. Did I just change the? I did. There we go. All right, do that. I'm going to do this first. All right. So now we want to see these. The text color should not be black, but could actually be this color. All right. Didn't update yet. Definitely
Grant,
getting closer.
hey, Grant, isn't text color what you type in the box and the label color is like first name, last name, placeholder?
Yes. Yep, you're exactly right. Thank you. Yep. That can be black. Thank you. That may not be dark enough, actually. Did I save that? We're still coming. We may not want to go black, but
I like the black. Is there a way to make the font bigger? The high
this
I'm at.
font?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Let's give that a second to push through. Some of the lots of the updates that are based around like the dashboard changes and things can take sort of a minute or two to be able to push through the way that all works. I don't actually think that is right anyway. I think that's too dark. I mean, not dark enough. We could try to do this. Something like that. That's not too bad. See what that looks like in a minute. Come back down here. See what that looks like.
Yeah, I really like the black.
Awesome. Nancy 1 and 2. Nice. Nice, Justin. I was wondering about that. Just pulling it out, but at least you've got something there.
He's
Um,
he's working magic here. Keeps
I'm gonna
appearing.
change that. Yeah. I don't think that that color actually does work in the label color. It's not quite right. I think it probably just works better as black, or at least gray. Something like that might work better, I think. And then what was the other thing I noticed? The hover. This hover, that customized hover background, Justin, should default to just the white when it's not customized, but it's not.
Normally it goes slightly darker. Or actually
right.
not, or lighter, one of the two.
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect it to go blue.
No.
Unless you just turned it on. Yeah, I wouldn't have expected. Yeah, it should not have kept the blue.
No, that's right. So it can be actually, let's do this. Need that, and then just make it a little bit darker. Something like that.
I'm curious of everyone that's here, open to it in the chat while we're working on this. What do you guys think about the Heather Smith logo? And the two stock? I mean, I'm using it for this webinar, obviously, but I don't actually have a Heather Smith logo.
You do now.
Right?
Yeah, see, I wonder about, that kind of background image could potentially work as well. And that would just, it could just kind of be sitting in there. That would be kind of cool. But we don't actually have that as a clean image, but you could do that.
Okay,
so
cool.
It's endless. I mean, it's endless, right? As to what you can do. But at least right now, you can use this. You can use this, and it looks like at least it's tying in some colors and some branding and stuff, and it's customized. Which is the alternative was a standard Zoom link that people go to, and a standard Zoom registration potentially. This is it's way better than that.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing that I just want to go over is on show day. Give yourself plenty of time with the team. Do a test the day before, make sure everything's all working nicely. But then when it comes to like you're an hour out, something like that, you'll come here. Excuse me. You come here, and in this actual case, it doesn't matter whether the area is open or not, but I'm just going to leave this open just in case at some point you go and add a dashboard and buttons in and stuff like that. It just makes things work. The key thing that you want is you need to, now we're not in the time yet, are we? Yeah. So we're not in the time to be able to start this properly, but what I'll show you what it will do is you're going to go here. You're going to open the room, and then you're going to start it. And when you click start, it's going to launch Zoom, and you will be the host. The person who's clicked start is the host.
Okay.
So there's no Zoom login required. There's no passwords, nothing. It's just as simple as that. you open the room, which initiates the Obvio Zoom meeting, and then the start is actually launching Zoom on that computer, and it's now the host. Once it's open there, and there is a host that has actually started the meeting, then when people click in here, once they click join Zoom, it will direct them to Zoom, and Zoom will launch, and away it goes.
Right.
If there is nobody in Zoom, the host hasn't started it, and essentially that it's not open, then as we did before, it's going to I don't think you put that. That's right. It's going to do this, and then it's going to say the room is offline.
Okay.
Right. So once it's actually started, then you can have people join. And the thing would be that you could have even your team members. We talked about this as far as setting up the team. You could give them access, and they can all have their own individual access to be able to get to here and be able to start and join and all of that. That's how they could be co-host automatically. So if they go through this and they click join, and you or someone else has already started it, they will be the host, the one Zoom host. Anyone else that joins afterwards, they will come in as a co-host automatically. They will have co-host abilities.
Okay.
Now,
so no to let any of these people in. There's no waiting room then. Once I hit start, everyone's in. It's not like just using regular Zoom, like where you wait for.
It is in that it launches Zoom, a standard Zoom meeting. It's just that it's an Obvio Zoom account. If you wanted, then in the host tools in the Zoom meeting, you can turn on the waiting room. You could totally do that if you want.
Will I guess my next question is, so if someone didn't register and the email doesn't match a registration or something, can they just have the link and still be able to log in, or they have to go from their email to get in?
At this point, this link that we use, this one here, will let anyone join.
Oh, okay.
Anyone that puts their information in, they'll be able to join.
Okay.
Registration, it's completely separate from your CRM, registration process. That's really just a gatekeeping for them getting this link. Once they've got the link, I mean, they could share the link to all their friends, and all their friends can come and join without having been registered in your CRM. But as Muddy said before, what happens here is that when people join, see this, their details get added, and we'll see here. This is what I entered in before, and even though I wasn't able to get in, it still created the attendee. And it tagged the person with room registration, meaning that they came through the room registration direct access link that's how we know that they were there. So at the end of the event, you can totally do an export if you want of all the people that were there, and you can use that.
So technically they fake email or whatever. I'm just curious if there's.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. That's good to know.
Yep. Yeah, they totally can do that. And that's the difference. I mean, remember that we're just comparing this to using native Zoom in the same way that you might use just a Zoom meeting and give them the link and away they go. When we do like a bigger event, or you want to use the dashboard and you want to manage that more, the thing that we would be connecting is which CRM are you using?
DHL.
Okay, so you do a direct you can do a direct connection to high level here, and that will, based on once you log into this and you connect it, what it says is Obvio says this is the tag that I'm going to watch in your high level account, in all of your attendees.
Mhm.
And it gives you a little tag to use. It's basically a combination of the event name and a unique tag. You then tag anyone as part of the registration process that you would have up on your sign up page and Go High Level. When they register for the event, you tag them with the tag that Obvio said to tag them with, and now Obvio pulls that contact information into Obvio and sends back to High Level a magic link, a magic login URL, which is unique to that person. When someone clicks that link, they'll go into Obvio, into the Obvio event, straight to the dashboard, and be logged in as that person.
Got it.
And so by doing all of that, we're much more secure, right? They wouldn't be able to use a fake address because they need to get that email. We then have all of that's accurate. We get them into the dashboard. When they click join Zoom, we have their name. They don't have to enter anything because we've got it all, right?
Yeah.
But that's the more advanced setup for using Obvio for your events. And as we've talked about, yes, you could use that for a webinar, you know.
Okay.
But we're just doing baby steps, right? We're just getting you to a point where you just can be using it.
Okay. Yeah, great. I like these first steps. That's perfect for now. And then I can see bigger scope, or if someone's doing a bigger investment or what, or like, when you log into Leap or a bigger Tony Robbins seminar, whatever, that
They've paid some money or whatever. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, you particularly, and this is what Justin was talking about before, is that it is particularly for these free events, it makes sense to use something like this. Super easy to get in. Who cares if they share it with 10 of their friends? Actually, that would be great if they did, right? And they all end up in there, and that's awesome. But if they're paying thousands of dollars to access an event, you don't want them to be able to just send a link, and this happens all the time, sends a link out to their friends, and now their friends join, and you don't really know if they've signed up properly or not because they've ended up in Zoom in the same way as everyone else. Whereas when you're doing it through Obvio with the dashboard, and this was the whole reason that Obvio existed, is to be able to host, high cost events online, and to be able to keep it secure in a world where people were just sharing Zoom links around and things like that. So still to this day, we manage the security of that, and it's still working great. 5-6 years on. So.
Okay, that's great. So then inside of that, let's say, because I don't know what platform Sage uses or Leap, I'm going to need a platform for my community site. I was thinking of using Circle for potentially my community site. I really like my experience of it. I know some of my coaches use Trainio. Some of the training I've bought are in different platforms. I'm curious, one, if there's recommend, and then two, does it need to collaborate with Obvio, or does that matter? I don't even know which one Leap.
No, I think about this in a it's a different bucket, right? Like you've got your CRM, that it's really important for that to connect to Obvio and for Obvio to talk back to it, and so that's working nicely.
Yeah.
But once you've signed them up to something and they're now going off to a membership site or whatever, you're just going to give them those links to log into that, and it's totally separate. There really isn't any big advantage to having that connect back to Obvio.
Cool.
And I don't have a recommendation on that. I think that membership.io, there's lots of school one or whatever that one is. There's a bunch of them now that are all pretty cool. So
yeah, awesome.
Cool.
Great.
Muddy,
This was so valuable. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for
no problems at all.
You're my heroes. It's official. Cherries popped.
Cherries popped. Excellent. Muddy, what have you got?
I just want to create a little distinction because we created a flow for this webinar that's really built around this direct access link, right? So what we've stylized is a page where they're going to put in their first name, last name, email, and come right into Zoom. This completely bypasses a dashboard, which we did not build or design. And that's great. That's what the intent was. But Grant was then describing the process of connecting high level and how high level will send back that a magic link to them. The distinction I want to make is that the process we have right now, you're sending the same link to everyone, and it's a direct access link. It gets them right into Zoom. You don't want to actually add an integration with high level for this same workflow, because that will give the magic link back to high level. And if someone were to click that magic link, that's going to bring them to a dashboard, which we haven't built right in this call. So they're going to get to a spot where it's like, what's this? And there's no button to join the meeting. And so just want to make a distinction between the custom magic link, which is a different link to everyone that goes to the dashboard, and the workflow we built for you today, which is the same link to everyone, and it goes to a direct access. So
good one. Thank you.
Hey folks, I
Nan-
want to introduce you to my twin. Hi.
I was going to say,
This is
Nancy,
Mary
you've got there's something going wrong with your image. There seems to be like in mirror mode or something. You've got a mirror in the middle, or something's wrong with it.
I was going to say, it looks perfect to me.
I think you've got twin mode activated in Zoom.
You've got twin mode activated, exactly. So awesome.
Well,
nice to meet you.
I showed her the videos you showed me last week, and we're laughing about them and bounce our heads together. It's so rare for things. It's so rare for
exactly.
Stop it. Anyway, it's just she doesn't get here too often at the time I'm doing these things, so I thought, no, you got to sit here and say hello. And hi, y'all.
That's so cool.
And I'm waiting patiently for my massage. So anyway, I also do massage therapy. So anyway, in between everything else. So just wanted to introduce my other half.
That's really cool.
Or my twin. My twin. So
and I'm just not
That's
as techy
very cool.
as she is, but I go with the flow.
I'm glad that you wear different color glasses. That would help.
Oh, take that off right away.
Okay, you can swap them out. That's so cool. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, there's
Awesome.
twin perks. So let me tell you.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure.
So
I'm sure.
yeah, we do
Excellent.
might have that good cop, bad cop going on all the time without even trying. So
Yeah.
That's amazing.
so anyway, it was fun. I learned a lot from Heather's questions today. So
Yeah,
thank you,
great.
Heather. And glad to see your stuff is on board. And I think your logo looks perfect, just the way it was on that sheet. So it looks really beautiful, actually. Simple. And oh well, we're gonna say adios. We got things to do.
It's
Places to go.
massage time.
Excellent. Nice. Bye-bye. All right. Thank you, everyone else. That was cool. And this is a perfect example of something that we can do on these calls, is sort of just dive in with someone and work through it a little bit. And so yeah, if you've ever got something if this given you an idea that you want us to look at something that you're doing, often people pick up things as we're diving around and doing something specific. If you pick up some general things about the interface and stuff, so it's helpful to do. Awesome. Thank you, everyone. Let's do it all again next week. That's great. What did you add? A little more than that. Yeah, sure. Good work. All right. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.